Welcome to Soccer Gaming, and in this episode we are going to go over the fastest way mathematically to get your mining to a max level of 200. I also in this video want to go over the best places to find the nodes so that you can complete this much faster. If you like this video or want to see more videos like it, make sure you hit that red subscribe button and let's jump into it. So the first thing I want to start out by saying is that mining and harvesting are kind of like the same thing. They're just randomly about and you kind of just have to find them. I mean, there are different ways of kind of doing runs with them. However, it's not like there's specific things in specific areas. So it's not like there's only silver in this place, gold in this place. They're just scattered everywhere throughout the map. So I just want to point that out before we get started on how to level up to 200. So the next thing I want to tell you is I'm not going to exactly tell you the best places to go and get certain things, because if I tell you that, then those places will no longer be the best places to get them. But I will kind of go over a map in this section and I will go over kind of where everything is and some places you could possibly hit. I'm not going to explain to you certain runs and everything, because again, if I showed you all the runs, all the good runs, then everybody would be doing them, making them less optimal. I also wanted to point out that the general rule of thumb is to try to hit the highest nodes that you possibly can. So once you're able to unlock the silver nodes, knock them out. Once you can get the gold nodes, knock them out. Once you can get platinum, knock them out, and so on and so forth. So starting from level 1 till level 50, you're going to need a total of 13,873 experience, and the best way to reach 50 is just by mining iron and silver, and you'll need to mine about 85 silver or iron nodes. On average, you get about 6.7 XP per second, so around 85 should get you to that 50 rank. Then once we've hit 50, to go up to 100, it gets a little harder in this section, and to reach 100, you'll need a total of 76,000, which is 62,000 more experience than what you had getting to level 50. And the strategy is kind of the same. However, you need to start in mixing alchemy stones into your gather rotation. So you need to mine about 375 to 400 silver, iron, and alchemy nodes. And the average for the alchemy stones is about 7.9 XP per second. So obviously a lot higher than this 6.7, but just add them to your runs. Don't just go looking for alchemy nodes right off the bat. Like, still hit your silver and iron and everything and just kind of keep building on from there. Then from level 100 to level 150, you're going to need about 217,000, which is about 155,000 more experience from level 100. So here it is again, but this time it's going to be a little bit easier because you're going to have access to star metal. But at this point you should be leveling up in your pick. You should have gone from flint to steel and on, and you should be up to the star metal portion in it, and you're going to start gaining Azoth if you get a star metal pickaxe that'll allow you to get Azoth. You'll start getting that, but just make sure you're leveling those up as you go with your level, because those are very, very important that you stay on top of them, because you're going to do these so much quicker. The star metal pick is so much faster than the flint pick. It's insane. So make sure you're upgrading those as you go, as your levels allow you to. Make sure you upgrade those. And again, if you're not able to make them because your engineering is too low, I have a video on that, so you can watch the engineering video to get your engineering up, or you can simply just go over to the marketplace and buy one there. So now that we have access to hitting star metal, and the base rate of this is about 4.3 XP per second. So now that you have a star metal pickaxe, you're going to be able to gather about 550% more gathering speed, which is about 77% higher than it was before. And that's going to make it so much easier to get quickly. So as I said here, there's no real difference right here. You're basically staying on iron and silver and just knocking out what you can, what you have unlocked until we get to the 150 mark. And the reason I want to throw out that we're not saying hitting boulders, I mean, you can hit boulders, it's fine, the rates just aren't as high. And the same thing with like seeping stone and gold and all that stuff. Like, you can hit it once it's available to you, but they're much lower rates as far as XP compared to the time it takes to mine them. So once we got to 150 and we're ready to go up to the 200, you will need about 435,000 experience, which is 217,000 experience more than what it took to reach level 150. So basically level 150 is halfway to level 200. So once you get to 150, just know that whatever you did to get from level 1 to 150, you will have to do again to get to 200. And at this point, you should be again upgrading and upgrading as you go, trying to get, if you're level 60, you can go ahead and get the Orchlicum pickaxe. That's going to be even quicker and help you do things even faster. But basically, I wanted to show you kind of what you're going to get when I said the time and the experience and the rates is like boulders. You're going to get about, it's going to take you about on average 15 seconds. Once you upgrade things, you'll get faster. But you're getting about 53 XP, so about 3.5 XP every second. And as you go down through there, the boulder type 2, you get 6.6, which isn't bad. Iron vein 7.0 for a small one, a medium 6.3, 6.8 for a large iron vein. Then we go to silver. It's going to hit the same exact thing as the iron nodes. Once you get seeping stone, it's less. I mean, you get more, but it takes longer to do. It's going to take you about 35 seconds for a small one at 105 XP. So you're getting about 3 XP per second. And again, these seconds and everything change once you have different buffs on your stuff. If you get more XP from them, from different bags or whatever else you have. Then we're going to get to the gold vein, which again is low. You're not getting much with the gold. Alchemy stones, I said hit them when you see them, because you're going to get about 7.9 XP every second that you hit them. And then the star metal veins are a little bit better on that. Once you get to tundra elemental, it's 10.5, but again, those are kind of difficult to find, so you got to kind of be careful. Like, I mean, I know it's really high at 10.5, but you're not going to be able to find these very quickly as easily as you can find iron or silver. Then after that, lodestone is going to be low. You got the mountain elemental low as well. Then you're going to get the platinum, which is still low. I mean, it is a ton of XP, but it's going to take you a while to farm these. So if you find them, if you're at the level of being able to hit them, I'm suggesting you hit anything you find. I don't care if it's gold, silver, whatever. I'm just telling you the fastest way of doing it. And then once we get to the Orchlicum veins, that is where you're going to be getting the XP. So for like a big one, you're getting, it's going to take about 135 seconds, which that you're not going to be taking that long, because you're at this point, you already have probably an Orchlicum pick or at least a star metal pick there. So it's going to make it a lot faster. But the large one's going to be about 135 seconds. You're going to get 1400 XP for that. And it's going to get you about 11 XP per second. So at this point, I kind of want to go over where to find certain things and kind of, I'm not going to go over the best runs because I have my runs. I've showed you guys before in other episodes. So if you want to watch those, make sure you go over and check those out. But to find out kind of where things are, we are going to go to the ores. We're going to just start with the iron, and there is a ton of iron everywhere here. Cutlass Keys has a ton. Windwards has a ton. Monarch's Bluff has a ton. Everfall has a ton. That goes up to Brightwood, and then Weaver's Fen even has a bunch. Then up here in Morningdale, there's a ton of iron there as well. Now, if we're going to go over to the silver veins, these are less abundant as the iron, but there's still a ton of them. I know there's one right outside of Brightwood here. Down here, there's a ton here as well. And then down here in Cutlass Keys, there's a ton down here. And then there's a little line here going up to Windsward. So if you're looking for good places for silver, that's where you're going to find them. And you can just kind of do this for all of them. Gold veins, Weaver's Fen has a really good gold vein there. Cutlass Keys, again, has a really good one there. And if we go to like Lodestone, there's a couple of here by Weaver's Fen. Brightwood has a lot of lodestone there. Cutlass Keys again. Cutlass Keys down here is a really good spot just to get everything. So, and it's decently lower levels. I think it's like 30s around here. So if you just want to run this route and just hit everything they have, then that'd probably be a good thing for just leveling up, because you don't really care if it's lodestone, gold, silver, whatever. You just want to get it. Then the next place we're going to look at is platinum. There's not a ton of platinum except for in Reekwater. That's basically the main place for platinum. You can get it other places. You can get it up here, but again, you got to be like a level 60 to even be able to run through this place without getting absolutely demolished. So Reekwater is probably going to be the place that you want to get platinum if you're wanting to get platinum. Then we got star metal veins, which there's a good star metal vein up here in the north, and there's a pretty good one in Morningdale there as well, right here, and then up here a little bit. You can get it in right outside of Windsward and Reekwater in between them. And then the very last one we're going to look at is going to be the Ortscombe veins, and those are mostly up north, but there's a ton actually in Ebonscale. So if you're able to get to that part, and most likely if you're getting these, you probably are at least in Reekwater or in Ebonscale, and if you can get those, then these are a great place to knock out some Ortscombe veins. And then obviously there's some more up north, but again, you got to be at least level 60 to be able to, I don't say you have to be a level 60, but you got to be a pretty decent level to be able to run up in here and grab these without dying. So if you guys like this episode, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also feel free to hit that red subscribe button. Comment down below and let me know some different ways that you like to run, or if there's a special place that you feel like does a better job at getting you mining experience quicker. Make sure you comment that down below. Till next time, Slacker out.